You just bought your TRX4M. You want to charge the battery and you want to know everything there is to know about the battery. I'm going to show you all the ways to charge the battery. First, take the battery out of the box. Boom, it looks like this. You have a weird plug that Traxxas dropped onto the universe, which is going to be a 3-plug adapter. You're going to get this USB Type A charging plug, all right, which is going to plug into the battery like that. Okay, so you can't mess it up. It's going to only plug in one way. Then you're going to take the USB adapter and plug it into anything that you have that has a USB A adapter. So if you have an outlet like so, let's get this over here. We'll take this off. So if you have an outlet, you're going to plug it into the outlet, give it a minute, and it'll indicate a red light. So if you can see that red light goes off and it goes on. So that's on, all right? That's one way to put it to charge. Otherwise, you can get one of these little wall outlet adapters that adapts the plug to the USB, and then you just plug that in, and then you plug that into the wall, give it a minute, and you get the red LED, all right? So that means that it's ready, okay? Otherwise, if you're going on a trip and you want to bring your RC car and your charging plug, you could buy one of these portable chargers that have a USB Type A adapter, and then you could just plug this bad boy in, give it a second, it goes red, and it's ready to charge. All right, so let's go to the overhead and show you guys what this stuff means. Turn that back on. All right, so we have a whole bunch of indicating lights up here. Solid red, as it is right now, is ready, so it's ready to charge. The blinking green with a solid red is charging. Okay, so we're gonna plug that in and get that going. Turn that back on. So there we go, we got the blinking green light, so now it's charging. With the solid red light and the solid green light means that it's fully charged. Okay, if the green light is off at, all the way off and not blinking at all, and the red light is blinking, there's an error. There's an issue with the battery or something with the plug along the way up into the battery, okay? So now that's basically how you charge up this battery and get yourself going, and enjoying everything in your truck. Now, real quick, I'm gonna tell you guys how to know your truck is starting to die, the battery's starting to die, so on and so forth. So to put the battery in, you're basically gonna open up your truck, which is gonna have 2 handles in the front, this little thing right here, and one in the back. You're gonna press those both in and lift the body of the truck up. We're gonna open the strap if it's closed, like this. So if the strap is locked down, you're gonna just grab it on this one side and open it. The other side is different, so don't worry about messing that up. You're just gonna grab it on the one side, slide the battery in, or just drop it in, move the wire up, and then put your battery back down. Right? You're gonna turn on your controller. I don't have my controller with me right now, so bad on me, but you're gonna just plug it in. You're gonna get a light, and the controller is gonna connect, and then you just put your battery back on. And then you go enjoy. So right now I'm getting the hazard lights blinking because my controller is not connected. So if you're out and you're crawling and you're having fun, most likely when you get used to it, you'll notice that the truck is slowing down. That's your first indication that it's really, starting to go and die. Your other indications are going to be, they have it in your manual, and it is on page, here it goes. So if you look in your manual and you go to page 10, it'll tell you the different stages of the truck getting ready to basically just do itself in and not run anymore. All right. So stage 1, slow braking red light, slow blinking red light. So what is that? What is the slow blinking red light? That's going to be this little light over here. See how it's blinking really fast right now? So that's going to start blinking slow. That's going to be the first stage of indication. Let's get that like that so we can see. The ECM is going to still be on and the lights are going to still be on. Vehicle speed reduced by 25%. So like I said, once you get to know the vehicle, you're going to notice that it's going to slow down on its own. And then, you know, you're going to be like, oh, snap, the battery is starting to die and everything like that. All right. Stage 2 is going to be fast blinking red light like that. All right. The ECM, which is this blue thing right here, is going to still be on. Okay. And the lights are still going to be on. Vehicle will not drive. So it's going to stop. All right. Stage 3 on the dead battery is going to be the ECM LED is off. The ECM itself is off. The lights are off. Stage 3 shut down. Okay. Unplug the battery and recharge it. At any one of these stages, you can start charging the battery back up. Typically, I wait for like stage 2 and then, you know, then I recharge it. Or if I notice, if I'm doing something really like crawling a lot of rocks and whatnot, and I just want to continue having the fun. Once I notice a lag in the vehicle itself, which is the 20% reduction, once I notice the lag in the vehicle itself, I just wind up changing out the battery myself and keep it moving. So those are all the indicators on how the battery is going to perform for you. All right. So with that being said, get out there and go enjoy. Now I'm going to get a little bit more in depth about the battery itself and the capabilities of this battery and what we could do to the battery, with the battery, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So if you're willing to see that, stick around. If you want to go to the Battery Pro version of this video, stop the video and go check out the links in the description. Look for Battery Pro. There's going to be a link for a video which I show you how to charge this particular Traxxas battery with a non-Traxxas product. Okay, so now I already showed you the USB way and aspect and safe ways to charge their battery with the USB. Finally, they came out with an adapter if you already have a Traxxas charger, one of these big chargers, these peak chargers for the LiPo batteries. They finally came out with an adapter for us to use with those chargers. So this is the adapter. I could go with the overhead and show you guys. So this is the male, this is the female side. Note all the disclaimers all over the place. So it says do not use with Nikon charging, blah, 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 blah. You got a million warnings. They're zip tied on here. They don't want you to hurt yourself. So check out all those warnings. I'm not going to go through it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this particular charger with you guys and tell you guys about it. And then what I'll do is I'll go on the computer, show you guys the other options for charging. If you're going to get into the TRX4M, I have like 7 of these things. So I have a lot of batteries. So I want to get to this point where I charge them a lot. But let's move on and let's go. So we're going to take the charger. We're going to plug it into the outlet. Nice and safe. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to do a visual light up. And then we're going to have a continuous light up here. That's basically what it does when it's just plugged in. All right. We're going to take the adapter and we're going to plug in the adapter into the one side. Now, note that this charger can charge 2 batteries at the same time. I have to buy 2 of these adapters, which I did. I have it over there. Right here. And it's the first time that I'm going to actually rip it open and plug it in. So that way we could do this. And I can show you guys it's going to go 2 times. Boom. We're going to plug that in. 1, 2. All right. Obviously, I'm going to take these off later. But for video purposes, I'm going to show you guys how this works and everything. So I got 1 battery that's pretty much charged already. I'm going to plug that in. And then I have 1 battery that's not charged. I'm going to plug it in on the other side and whatnot. So before I plug the battery in, I want you to notice that these lights are off right here. There's no lights over here or anything like that. All right. So now I'm going to plug this battery in. Boom. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of lights that lit up. I'll explain them to you. I'm gonna plug this battery in, and I'm gonna have the same thing over here, this light lit up, and then I got all these lights lighting up over here. Okay, so now if I hold it directly in this position, okay, if you cut this thing in half, right, so from this light on this side, everything is the same, all the buttons are the same, they're just, this is for this battery, this is for this battery. All right, so we're gonna go from the top, battery charge. So if we press this button, right now it's on balance, if you could see. So if we press this button, it's gonna go up to fast. So it's gonna charge really fast. We press it again, it's gonna go to storage, which is awesome to be able to store these LiPo batteries. All it does is prolong the life of the battery itself, so you'll have them for a long time. I've had these batteries for about a year now and everything, so, and they're not puffed up or anything. They're looking good. You can see they're still slim and whatnot. You see it says B4. The newer batteries have the older numbers. This one's B2, and as you can see, it's still flat. All right, so storage, balance, fast. Okay, my recommendation, always charge these particular batteries in balance mode, because how I look at it is, if you have a glass and you take carbonated soda and you pour the soda in slowly, the carbonation bubbles up slowly and you're able to stop it before it overflows with bubbles, correct? If you pour it in fast, it overflows and you can't control the bubbles and they overflow the glass. That's how I look at it with the batteries. All right, so basically there's two cells in here, so if you're filling them up, one is going to get a little bit ahead of the other. It's going to throw them off a little bit. It's just, in my opinion, better to run it balanced. If you're having one day out of a month and you're like, oh, I want to charge them fast, by all means, go ahead. I just don't mean every time you charge it, don't charge it on a fast mode. You know, like, charge it on a fast mode 3 times and then give it a balanced mode. Make sure you put it in a good storage mode after you use it that day and everything. So, you know, just proper care of the batteries. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's get back to it. Balance mode. It will not let you change battery type to Nikon or whatever. And that's what the goal is of Traxxas. They want to make it as much simplistic as they can for you. So right now, both batteries are ready and they're sitting at 2 amps because that's what they charge at to get to a full charge. So all you got to do is press and hold the blue. It's going to beep. That's going to start blinking and it's basically charging right now. I'm going to hold down this one and it's going to do the same thing. So now both batteries are actually charging. All right. So that's cool. So now that's what you get when you get a system like this and all set up and everything like that. All right. When it's done charging, it's going to do an audible alert. With that being said, that's how this connection works. I'm going to go run over to the computer and show you guys the different charging packs that they have available on Traxxas' website. All right, so real easy. All we got to do is type in Traxxas.com on any search engine that you want to use. And what we're going to do is just go right here to battery and charger. Click on that. Now, if you're getting into their battery systems and you know you're going to buy bigger vehicles, they have these combo packs. I hope you guys can hear the audible thing right now. So right now, one of those batteries are done. I'm going to go check on it. So like I said, if you're getting bigger vehicles, you could get into their batteries very easily by buying battery pack with a charger, so on and so forth. So we're going to look at chargers just because you want to jump up. The batteries that we're looking at are basically these 2-cell batteries. So they have 2 cells in them. These chargers up here on the top go up to 4 cells. So that is a big battery pack. It's going to be a big vehicle. These ones down here can handle up to 3 battery cells. So that's the one that I have because I have no bigger than a 1/10 scale vehicle, I believe. So when you get into the bigger vehicles, you need the bigger chargers and everything. So any one of these chargers that you choose can work for these batteries. The only thing is that you have to buy this adapter to work together with everything. They also have these chargers available, which are smaller chargers, more affordable. As you see, this one's the hot one out right now because it's out of stock and everything. So any one of these three will work as well to get you out of the USB LiPo charger, which is right here. And if you need a new one, obviously this is it right here. So it is on their website, okay, and you can find it. Otherwise, these three chargers are available. And with that being said, that's it. But you definitely need this charging cable, which is going to cost you an extra $10. If you have a dual charging cable, it's going to be an extra $20. All right. So that's pretty much it with my rant. Now I'm going to do the Battery Pro. So I'm going to show you guys how to charge these Traxxas batteries on any other charging device that you have, which is basically anything that you got off of Amazon, so on and so forth. Always try to look for a video like this. So you guys are in luck. Hopefully you can find it. It's going to be in the description below. It's going to say Pro Battery video. So with that being said, I'll see you guys there and let's get to it. I'm going to go over and start that video up right now.